Dream team for every need, every area. They took care of me like a queen. I would recommend you call Jacoby and Myers. They really went to bat for me.
If you've been in a serious accident, we are here for you. Call Jacoby and Myers. Justice for you since 1972.
Time to put your phones away.
A toy octopus?
I was thinking maybe it's time we reconnect with each other and with nature.
Connect to each other and the healing power of nature at the Aquarium of the Pacific. Come celebrate our 25th anniversary with new exhibits that highlight a remarkable natural world right outside our door. Discover 12,000 creatures of the sea and learn how saving them is good for us and our planet. Visit aquariumofpacific.org for details.
The Aquarium of the Pacific.
Small business owners don't always have time for cybersecurity. That's why the Google tools they use every day are secure by default. You built it. We'll help you defend it.
My teeth had big gaps. Some were missing, and I felt insecure. So I decided to get dental implants from Oroville Dental Centers. I now have a perfect smile. I'm confident and extremely happy.
A perfect smile begins with a call to Oroville Dental Centers, the one-day dental implant specialists. Special financing is always available, and your satisfaction is 100% guaranteed.
Oroville implants are the best.
To book an appointment, call now, 888-310-1333.
Fully loaded, fully electric. The Audi Q4 e-tron.
Good morning, I'm Eric Spillman in for Frank Buckley. Problem after problem for a flight bound for LAX. A mechanical issue forces an emergency landing, then a separate malfunction causes a crew member to be injured. We'll explain.
Good morning, I'm Erin Myers in Hyde Park. The community mourning the loss of a 16-year-old basketball star who was shot and killed over the weekend. All the latest on the investigation coming up.
Good morning, I'm Gene Kang. Coming up next, we have new surveillance video. Detectives asking for your help. 2 armed robbers hit up Brinks security guards with rifles and steal $15,000 in cash. More on that coming up next.
And good morning, I'm Lauren Lister in for Jessica Holmes. A new poll out this morning revealing how many Californians want U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein to step down amid questions over her health.
Good morning, I'm Sam Rubin. We're all over the Tony Awards, some very emotional speeches and a unique scriptless ceremony. How did it go? We'll talk about it. Plus live conversation with an American Idol alum who's restarting his career. It's all coming up.
All right, good morning. A lot of cloud this morning, even some haze, some drizzle, and some light rain. That just continues on and off, and it's going to continue on and off all day today. One of the cooler days of the year. 68 coastal downtown, not of the year, but of the season. 68 coastal, downtown 70, San Fernando Valley up to 72 degrees. Inland Orange County 70 degrees for the Inland Empire and the high desert at about 77 degrees. Full details coming up. Let's go to Ginger with traffic.
Yeah, and you know what? We want to make sure everyone is well aware. It's pretty busy for a Monday morning. Some of it could be related to the weather. With 2 cars in lanes. As eastbound side, even though we have that in lanes, not so bad, but the westbound side, crowded, normal slowing that we see there. 57 freeway is actually okay. As we take you into Ventura County, and I've been mentioning that project, heading into areas of Carpinteria, and the reason, because it is a pretty big deal, and we're talking about they don't actually work like in these hours, but with the lanes that have shifted and with so much work that is happening, the delays are with us. And so this, remember, it got shifted from the southbound commute to the north. It starts in Carpinteria, started in about Memorial Day weekend is when they started it, and they will continue through the next several months, maybe not until sometime next year before that project can wrap up. For most of our friends through areas of Simi Valley, there are some slow spots as well. Newbury Park, Moore Park, you are still looking really good. We'll watch and keep our eyes on all these things. Worth mentioning that right into Carpinteria because it's so slow. I'll send it back to you.
Ginger, thank you. The family of a star basketball player at Crenshaw High School is remembering him this morning after he was shot and killed. It happened as the 16-year-old was leaving a party over the weekend. KTLA's Erin Myers is live in Hyde Park with the latest on the search for the gunman. Good morning, Erin.
Good morning, Eric. That's right. 16-year-old Quincy Reese, he was shot and killed outside of this party over the weekend. Now investigators, they're trying to determine who did this. Now, the community has been coming together to mourn the loss of the teenager. You can see here at Crenshaw High School, there is a memorial. They also held a vigil last night, and his father spoke out.
God gave me 16 years of him, and I thank him for that. And he did everything I asked for. 3.4 GPA. Daddy ain't gonna tell you no. I'm gonna get you wherever you want.
A large crowd of family, friends, classmates, teammates, and more gathered last night to mourn the loss of the promising athlete and student outside of Crenshaw High School, where the 16-year-old went to school. He was set to start his in the Manchester Square neighborhood of South. For a suspect or suspects after the teen was killed outside of a party in the Manchester Square neighborhood of South LA late Saturday night. The LAPD says a shots fired call came in around 11:45. The 16-year-old was found lying on the ground at 74th Street east of Western Avenue. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Witnesses say Quincy Reese had left that high school party at a nearby rental hall when he was shot and killed. At this time, it's not known what led up to the shooting. Now back here live, we are told at this time no arrests have been made and there is no suspect description. Anyone with any information, though, is encouraged to contact the LAPD. Reporting live here in Hyde Park, I'm Erin Myers, KTLA 5 News.
The 57 freeway in San Dimas is flowing once again this morning after a car burst into flames overnight. Officials say the vehicle crashed into the center divider just before the 10 freeway split at about 1 o'clock this morning. We're told a second vehicle crashed while trying to avoid the burning car. The driver of that vehicle was trapped inside until crews could pry open the doors. No major injuries were reported in either of those crashes. It's unclear what led up to the initial collision.
A Delta crew member was injured when an emergency slide deployed inside of a plane. It happened Saturday as the plane was traveling from, it was actually a plane from New York that was back. Passengers reboarded. The slide unexpectedly deployed, injuring the crew member. The employee was hospitalized and has since been discharged. Passengers were put on a different plane, which landed safely at LAX. Delta apologized for the travel disruption and emphasized its commitment to customer and crew safety.
The search is on for a group of thieves who robbed an armored truck in broad daylight in Hyde Park over the weekend. KTLA's Jean Kang is live in Hyde Park with more, including some video. Good morning, Jean.
Good morning, Lauren and Eric. Talk about terrifying. Detectives are searching for two armed robbers who pointed rifles at Brinks security guards. They were dressed up from head to toe, all covered up. Take a look at this security video. As you see here, horrifying situation for those Brinks security guards. We're seeing one of them actually step out with a rifle, pointing that rifle at the security guard, pushing him to the ground. Just a very scary situation. Another masked man gets out of a white SUV, points a rifle at the guard as well. Detectives say they stole a money bag with possibly $15,000 or more in it before the driver of the getaway SUV just takes off. Another security guard in the driver's seat of that armored vehicle watches in total shock. LAPD says the trio hit up the armored Brinks truck in front of the S7-Eleven. That was by Crenshaw and Florence in Hyde Park. It happened in the middle of the day yesterday at 11:10 a.m. Police have sketchy descriptions so far, only saying the three armed robbers are about 6 feet tall. We showed this surveillance video to 7-Eleven customers this morning. Some were shocked it happened in broad daylight.
You look very surprised. I mean, your reaction to something like that.
My God. Wow, that I can't believe that. Not in my community. I can't believe that.
Is violence a problem here?
Definitely.
And what needs to be done?
Well, I thought they had security here, because I come here all the time.
A lot of people who live in this area say there's unfortunately just a surge of violent crimes recently, and they hope police are able to catch up to these suspects. Reporting live here in Hyde Park, Jean Kang, back to you in the studio.
Gene, thank you. Happening right now, former President Trump is leaving Bedminster, New Jersey. He's traveling to the Newark airport on his way to Miami. You can see the SUVs leaving his resort there in New Jersey on his way to Newark airport.
The former president is expected to surrender to federal authorities in Miami tomorrow. He was indicted last week by a federal grand jury. He's facing 37 felony counts, including charges of obstruction and charges under the Espionage Act. It stems from an investigation into classified documents found at his Mar-a-Lago home. We are going to continue to stay on this and follow it as we watch as he is set to depart Newark Airport in a short time.
We saw pictures earlier of his signature plane parked on the tarmac at Newark, so he's heading in that direction, and all kinds of security arrangements.